Imagine a teenage girl sleeping two to a bed, and within a few years commanding million-dollar contracts and a seven-figure bank account. That's Sydney Sweeney's real life. When she was 13, she moved with her family from Idaho to Los Angeles and lived in one room of a motel, sharing a bed with her mom while her dad and little brother shared a couch. Fast forward to today, and Sweeney's fate has flipped completely. Her estimated net worth is about $40 million, and her paychecks have soared. She reportedly earned $2 million for the rom-com Anyone But You, $750,000 for Marvel's Madam Web, $250,000 for the horror film Immaculate, and a staggering $7.5 million payday for the thriller The Housemaid. These roles, and especially her breakout part as Cassie on HBO's hit Euphoria in 2019, have catapulted her career into the A-list bracket. Sweeney's path to fame started with tiny TV gigs, guest spots on Grey's Anatomy, Pretty Little Liars, and the like, then a lead role in Netflix's teen dramedy Everything Sucks. In 2019, she landed Euphoria, which catapulted her to a new level of fame. From there, Hollywood came calling. She's since racked up Emmy nominations for Euphoria and The White Lotus, a Time 100 Next listing, and a slew of big film projects. In 2024 alone, she starred in Anyone But You and the superhero flick Madam Web, and even moved into producing. In fact, Sweeney co-founded her own studio, 50/50 Films, in 2020 and now produces or co-produces many of her projects. Naturally, opportunities and big contracts followed. She now has deals with major brands. In January 2023, she became the face of Giorgio Armani's beauty lines, fronting campaigns for the new My Way fragrance and makeup, and of the Korean skincare brand Laneige. She's also worked with fashion houses like Miu Miu and Guess, and even non-fashion brands such as Ford Automobiles. In summer 2025, she starred in an American Eagle denim campaign cheekily titled Sydney Sweeney Has Great Genes, which went viral. She also pops up in quirky spots. For instance, Baskin-Robbins featured her in a viral commercial called Sweet on Sydney, promoting a rainbow sherbet menu. Every major project and ad that comes her way turns into big paydays, and she's tapped into literally dozens of endorsement deals at this point. So what did Sydney Sweeney do with all that money? First, she invested heavily in property and family. 2 years after Euphoria, she bought her first house, a 3,200 square feet Tudor-style home in Westwood, Los Angeles, for about $3 million. She famously called it her Snow White's Chateau. In 2022, she even repurchased her great-grandmother's little two-bedroom house in Idaho, the very home her grandmother and mother were born in, restoring her family heritage. Sweeney has also talked about using her fortune to help her parents. She had recently paid off her mom's mortgage, which she called a really big thing for me to be able to do. She's flown grandparents overseas on vacation and even bought her uncle's dream boat for the family lake. She has said she is a huge saver, likes to invest, and is focused on real estate. Meanwhile, Sweeney's personal real estate portfolio kept growing. In July 2023, she and then-fiancé Jonathan Davino won a bidding war on a Bel Air mansion for about $6.2 million. It's a 4,477 square feet 1930s fixer-upper with 5 bedrooms and 4 baths. Then in 2024, she spent $13.5 million on an oceanfront compound in the Florida Keys, just outside Key West. That new house boasts 6 bedrooms, 8 baths across 7,720 square feet, with a 330-gallon aquarium, 520-bottle wine cellar, chef's kitchen, home gym, game room, infinity pool with swim-up bar, and a private boat launch. So between LA and Florida, she's clearly living large, but her purchases are often tied to saving family history or building long-term investments. Her entrepreneurial ventures extend beyond real estate. In 2023, she teamed with the swimwear label Frankie's Bikinis on a capsule collection, a line the brand called the sexiest ever. In 2024, Sweeney quietly launched a home and body brand that went viral online. And now in 2025, she's preparing to launch her own lingerie label, backed by a $1 billion investment fund via Coatue. Bezos and his wife Lauren Sanchez reportedly invested in her new venture, which would make Sydney a celebrity CEO. She's building her own businesses on top of her acting career. It's not all work, though. Even with all her wealth, Sweeney plays down extravagance. She's still that down-to-earth Idaho tomboy. Off camera, she's often in jeans and a t-shirt, sometimes barefoot. Vogue describes her lounging in a red leather booth eating huge cookies because she's a huge cookie and ice cream fan. One luxury she does indulge in is classic cars. She hand-restored a candy apple red 1969 Ford Bronco, reflecting her love of vintage vehicles. She has the accoutrements of a star, mentor from Armani, trips on private jets, but she seems to prefer simplicity. On Instagram, she's frequently photographed relaxing by her Florida Keys pool with her dog Tank, or goofing around in mirrored shades and sweats. Today, in late 2025, Sydney Sweeney's daily life is a mix of all those worlds. She's still filming major movies, including a Christy Martin boxing biopic, Barbarella, and Euphoria Season 3, while also nurturing her brands. Her social media shows a glamorous schedule, Armani shows and red carpets, but also ordinary pleasures, family dinners, gym workouts, or grabbing casual dinner with friends. She balances everything carefully. She has described different versions of herself. On set or on red carpet, she's a polished star, but in reality, she's usually wearing no makeup, jeans, and a t-shirt, and running around barefoot outside. That spirit guides her. Beyond work, Sydney has developed a rich and structured routine that balances the glitz of Hollywood with personal passions and wellness. She's an avid fitness enthusiast, often sharing glimpses of her workouts on Instagram, from Pilates sessions to weight training, which she credits for keeping her energy high during long filming schedules. Nutrition is also a part of her lifestyle. She enjoys experimenting with healthy recipes, though she never shies away from indulging in her favorite comfort foods, like cookies and ice cream, proving she embraces moderation rather than strict rules. Travel is another major aspect of her life. Sweeney loves exploring both luxury destinations and more laid-back, nature-driven locations. She often spends downtime at her Florida Keys mansion, soaking up the sun, kayaking, or paddleboarding in the crystal-clear waters. Yet she also indulges in jet-setting to major cities for work or leisure, attending fashion weeks in Paris and Milan, walking red carpets in New York, or relaxing in boutique hotels in Tokyo. These trips often double as inspiration for her creative projects, whether it's fashion collaborations, content ideas for her production company, or simply new experiences to fuel her storytelling. Despite her busy schedule, Sydney is extremely close to her family. She frequently includes them in vacations, celebrations, and even professional milestones. Her generosity extends beyond gifts. She uses her wealth to create security for loved ones, funding education, healthcare, and even helping extended family members pursue personal goals. Her parents remain central to her life, providing grounding and perspective amidst the whirlwind of fame. Social life for Sydney is eclectic and carefully curated. She attends industry events, premieres, and exclusive parties, yet she keeps her inner circle small, prioritizing meaningful friendships over superficial connections. Her downtime often involves low-key activities, movie nights with friends, beach outings, or long walks with her dog Tank. She also enjoys attending concerts, art exhibitions, and cultural festivals, reflecting her genuine curiosity and desire to experience life beyond Hollywood glamour. Sydney's lifestyle also includes a love for collecting unique items and personalizing her spaces. Her homes showcase a mix of modern luxury and sentimental touches, family heirlooms, artwork she collects from travels, and custom-designed rooms that reflect her personality. She has made a point to integrate sustainability into her lifestyle as well, choosing eco-friendly materials for renovations and supporting brands that align with her values. Even with fame and fortune, she maintains a degree of privacy and intentionality in her online presence. While her social media can reach millions, she carefully chooses what to share, blending professional highlights with personal glimpses, creating an approachable yet aspirational image. Her posts reveal humor, humility, and a down-to-earth side that endears her to fans.